Hey guys, what's going on? I just want to give you a little heads up before this video starts. This is a call I did with my mom in a small group. I've been getting a lot of good feedback, so I wanted to move this over to YouTube. So if you like this, please let us know, like, comment, subscribe, and anything that she talks about in the video, I'm going to put in the description below. We went down to Christian prayer journals for women. What are some other places to put the books? And that's what today I'm just trying to show you, like,
Where to find
where,
places.
and then what are those people buying? Because those are the questions that you were having yesterday. Is like, okay, now where do I look for inspiration? What should I be looking
Right.
for? How do I know what covers to be making? This is that process. We pick a customer base. You're gonna have to pick something to start. Otherwise, it's gonna be very difficult to do any kind of research. We're starting with Christian journal. You can do camping journal. You can do, actually, let's switch it up. No, let's start with Christian again, because there's other words here that you can add.
Okay.
So we could almost do the same exact thing and go right back to this book. And then know that it's prayer. We already did that. 52-week scripture, devotional, guided prayer, journal. We can do scripture. This is where it gets a little difficult, because if they don't autocomplete, then it's a little difficult to say to keep going. But
well, you try to get a word that autocompletes. Okay.
Yeah, let me just go back. I don't want to start this, because then it's going to open up like, oh, well, anything. I can pick anything. So scripture didn't, devotional, Christian devotional journal. Again, 4,000. So we're just trying to, again, niche down a little bit more. So you can do that by hitting space to see what else for women, again, and then you can
look
see
for the number. Okay. Just this first step, basically.
So Christian devotional journal for women. And I guess for anybody watching this who's been following us, this is not necessarily what I would be showing or suggesting how I'm doing it, but to start this process off with just giving my mom something to start with, and then start making these journals, and then explaining this whole process is how I'm going to be doing it. Because I wouldn't suggest like for women, because it just is very difficult to get books ranked here, and it's very competitive, and anything with for women in it is what you're going to be competing up against. And really the only words that you have in here are devotional and Christian. That's going to set you apart from a lot of competition, and those two keywords alone are probably not enough to get you indexed properly and start having success. I could be wrong, but that's why we're going to run it this way. I think this is just two things I'm testing. One, if I can actually help my mom, and two, like, is it the way that me and Nathaniel are teaching working for more people than just us and a handful of people that we know it's working for? Like, I want to come up with a method and a strategy to help more people. We use our WingMan 5-step test, our process, but it doesn't have to be that way. There's a lot of different maneuvers that you can make as you're looking for places to put books, and or gathering keywords, and or making books, that I think will help you build your own system. So this is another place, this Christian devotional journal. And then I'll have you do the next one. This should come all the way out. That's all you get.
Okay.
You can move all this. I'll do the click and you do the type in.
So
just Christian journal.
Journal.
Mm-hmm.
And then see what comes up. All right, so it's up for men, for women, girls.
So you pick whatever the next one is.
All right, how about for kids?
And then you can just tell me whichever one you want me to click on. Normally we're not paying too much attention to the sponsored ads, and then we'll do like this.
So I'm looking at the words, right?
Yeah.
Of the titles. All right. Well, prayers comes up again. And be strong. Is that, or child of God is probably one too, right? For girls. Well, for girls, is that too broad? That word.
I would say just if you want to look at it, we can look at it and try different ones.
All right. Oh, and creative. So that's a creative. That's a different word. Gratitude.
This is another like teaching moment. Gratitude journal is like almost like a
Too
type
general.
of
Oh.
no, it's not too general. It's just like a type of journal. So this gratitude journal for kids, this is like a super generalized. This is like a type of journal essentially. But then like this where it says girls unicorn 90-day writing journal, like this is what's going to separate you from the masses, because if you just type in gratitude journal for, there's going to just be thousands and thousands and thousands of these books, even though it doesn't look like it. That's why it says like this is a little weird with books, especially now the way that they're indexing all this stuff, because it's just makes it difficult. Yeah, it says there's only 6,000, but I guarantee you there's way more than that. We're gonna have to keep like teaching differently. That's okay. So this was the first one that we opened.
All right. My kid's prayer journal. So I'm looking for the number for one, right? No.
Number of what?
If it's 1,000 or less.
No, all we're looking for is
the word, a
rank.
word.
Yeah, we're here, and now we're trying to niche down, like get away from more competition. So then we open this one. The only thing we're doing now is just looking for additional keywords. This is an actual listing. It's not a results page.
Oh, so inspire. Nothing.
Mm-mm.
So that's not a good word, or
yeah, we'll try to pick a different word.
Okay. Well, besides prayer and
I mean, you can use prayer.
okay.
Again.
So if nothing, oh, you have to back up.
I don't know. It's just acting up today.
So if nothing else gets autofilled, then that's not a good word to use. And I was gonna say God, so.
And maybe 4 kids is too limiting. Maybe not a lot of people are searching that, so it's not showing up that much. But gratitude, Christian gratitude journals for kids is a good place to try to put some books. But again, you're seeing that same book
So
here.
then is that the line that you would put in your spreadsheet?
Yeah.
Okay.
This is a landing zone. So I would have this as my landing zone. And again, what we're doing here is then just looking to see what the books look like here and try to make a book that would fit in on this landing zone. Which this one seems like it's a little all over the place to me.
So you're actually, instead of really being creative, you're trying to fit into that page?
Well, you want to be creative inside that space. Like what Nathaniel was doing in the beginning was he was being extremely creative, making a shirt and then just like throwing it out in the ocean. Nobody's looking for it.
Right. Okay.
You want to be creative, but you want to provide a service for a customer that's looking for that.
Okay.
Like you can create the best look like a Mona Lisa, but if nobody sees it, then was the point.
Okay.
So we are trying to get our products in front of the customer. So these are the customer paths.
Okay.
And we're trying to just go get in front of those customers. What do those customers want?
Well, I'm saying like, okay, so that other one, it was all flowers, flowers, flowers. So then, I mean, to me, that wouldn't be the journal I would pick, but that is the general public picking that, like a journal for women with flowers on it. Okay.
Well, it's not the general public. It's Amazon is identifying these are the types of books that people are buying when they come here. So just like going to Borders, if Border realizes like, oh, almost every customer that comes in here is buying books with flowers on the cover,
Right.
we want more journals with flowers on the cover.
Okay.
Because that's what our customers want. So that's why I say you're looking for Christian women. What do Christian women want to buy? So inside there, there's only so much creativity inside there, I guess.
All right.
Although I think it's almost infinite because how many different flower covers could you make? Like it's an infinite amount.
Right. But I mean, so you're just like I said, so I have to kind of forget what my likes are and everything. You have to see what's being sold.
Yeah, because your customers not like what you like.
Right, exactly.
And you want to sell books.
Well, it's a different frame of mind you have to get into. So, okay.
I mean, you can design what you want, but then you're gonna have to find your customers. Like, who are other people that like that stuff? That's where it's extremely hard for me.
You don't want to go that way because that's going to be too difficult. Exactly.
Because then if you want a starry night with a wolf in the back and you want like an eagle coming down, like what would somebody search to find that book? Like that's an infinitely difficult problem for me to figure out. Instead of going, instead of trying to figure out that problem, where are the customers at already?
Right.
Let's go to the customers.
Mm-hmm.
So if we're going to Borders and they like these types of books in Borders, let's sell that. If they like these kind of books over in Target, let's sell those kind of books. So, those Target, they love those like women novels that are like super thick. Those is like they'll sell like crazy in Target. Mm-hmm. That's why you see a whole bunch of them in Target because that's what Target customers like. You don't see those like school books necessarily in Target.
Right.
You see those in like school bookstores. So this is what we're trying to do is like, who are these customers? Let's make something for these customers. It's just a much easier way to get sales.
Right, of course. Well, that's what I'm saying. That's a different way to think about it than I was thinking about it. So
yeah, because it just came from Nathaniel trying to create stuff, and I was like, "Oh, this looks good, but who's seeing it?" And then when he was like, "Oh, I don't know," then I was like, "Oh, we'll have a problem because if you're making amazing things and nobody's seeing it, it's never going to be sold."
Right.
You want to get things that people are buying, or at least get close to things that people are buying. So what we're trying to do is just here are customer paths.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how many customers are coming here each month, but there's some customers coming here. Mm-hmm. Can we get in front of this customer, and can we provide this customer something that they would want to buy?
Okay.
That's why I like that.
Create the cover and that.
And then we'll pull the keywords from this page. So then I'd open up a lot of these listings, and then using the WingMan tool, I'll show you that way, because then you can just dump all those keywords and then just sort them quickly, pull out a few keywords, and then start testing those keywords.
Okay.
So does this process make sense to you?
Yeah, it's totally not how I was thinking at all. So.
And you'll get better at this. This is not really a good way of doing it, but it's a way to start to just like show you that. I think just to change your mindset, instead of you just trying to make something and put it in front of a customer, go to where those customers are at. Here is a way to do that. There are much better ways to do this, and probably like over time you'll say, oh, I don't want Christian gratitude journals for kids because it's too wide open. When I go here and I look, there's no like no defining factor. Like all of these books are very different. I don't really know what these customers want. I need to find a better landing zone.
Okay.
But that's only going to be in time. I think you're going to have to make journals, get them up, see what's working, see what's not working, to like get better at that process.
Okay.
Because for me, I can find a ton of journal landing zones because I understand the market a little bit. Like that unicorns, I know unicorns are super popular, and I have journals, unicorns are super popular. What are possible customer paths that people are looking for journals with unicorns on them? I'll find 10 or 20 of those, and then I'll go and give that to Nathaniel, and Nathaniel will make different art for those type of customers.
Okay.
So we want that type of stuff where it's like, okay, Christian women are the customers. How do we get in front of those Christian women customers? They're not normally typing in Christian journals for women's. They're normally typing in something else, like that prayer journal or prayer gratitude journal or flower prayer journal. And there's no Christian or prayer or Christian or gratitude in that saying. So that's why it says it's a weird way to start here and continue on with this, because your customers aren't really typing this in.
Okay.
But you don't know that until you test out
Start
books and see
testing it out,
what's going
right.
on and
Okay.
understand the customer a little bit more, and then say, oh, they're not really typing in Christian journal books. What they're typing in is they want prayer journals and they want flower prayer journals. So if you type in just like floral prayer journal or prayer journal flowers, you just type it and it'll you hit enter. It's gonna
I was gonna delete that, but okay.
Just type
Floral.
Yeah, I don't know if that's what they're really.
I can't see it, so did I even spell it right?
Floral.
Floral.
So again, this doesn't autocomplete, so I don't know if they're typing in floral prayer journal or like prayer journal with flowers on it. But you can see like these books are all selling. It's this style. Now the thing that I'm trying to do is like, how are these people finding this stuff? See where it says God's light, in him darkness, right? That's like a really long thing. It's going to be hard to see if those are the customers that are coming here. But like, this is what I'd have in the back end.
Okay.
Is like floral prayer journal, stuff like that, because I know the customers are probably typing in floral, flower, something. If you type in flower and hit space, again, there's not a lot of competition, but there's no guarantee that customers are coming here because it doesn't autocomplete, but it's a lot of the same stuff, and a lot of the same stuff is selling.
Okay.
Butterflies, all that stuff. But now that I know, like, okay, these are what customers are looking for, now I'm just trying to find out where can I put my stuff so these customers will find them.
Okay.
And having flower, floral, daisies, roses, all that stuff, those are your back-end keywords you should use.
Okay.
And then what should you title your book? I can't tell you that right off the top of my head, but once we go back and pull keywords, then I'll say, okay, this might be a good title for you to use. Or here are 5 different titles to use. And then here are all the back-end keywords. That's what you have to put on your book,
is that, on the spine or on the cover.
Okay. And for sure, if you're making a Christian prayer journal for women's, Christian and prayer should probably be on the cover, because that's what the customers are looking for. They're typing that in. So Christian prayer journal should maybe be the title of your book.
Okay.
And then make sure that it has flowers and the cover physically looks like something that Christian women would want to purchase. We are attempting to build some free courses for people so that when people like you guys have a new person that wants to come in, we don't really have a place for them to start. I think that's why I'm trying to do this thing with my mom, KDP, because I want the same with KDP. We're working on a merch course, essentially a beginner's merch course over there. And we're putting all that stuff together and then going to put it up on our website along with a free KDP course, and then have keyword classes and all that stuff. The classes that we were normally having each month are going to start going into that. Time will tell. If we keep doing this, I'll have this be like a series on either our YouTube channel or in our bigger group, because I think it is beneficial for more people. I just wanted to start in this group because it's small and I didn't know how this was going to go.
Yeah, it might be very painful for some people.
I just wanted to get like a process going so that it goes, okay, I don't know what I need to show my mom, but at least if she's asking questions, I'll have like a general idea of what to tell her. So our goal is to get a book up, which I still think we can do from tomorrow. I just need tomorrow to show you, okay, we have this landing zone. Here's how we pull keywords quickly. Here's how we put a title together quickly. And here's how we find some back-end keywords that are not great, but it's at least enough to get us started.
Okay.
And then I'll use the journal program that we have, but next week I'm going to try to solve the internals problem for you. So then next week we can get a book up that's like, you understand the whole process. You won't need me. You can do the whole thing. But then next week you'll just ask me questions wherever you get stuck.
Okay.
That's the goal, at least.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you, guys. I got a meeting in a minute, and I'll catch you tomorrow.